肯是一位来自英国的旅行博主，他在中国旅行5周之后，从中国真的像西方媒体说的那么糟糕吗？为什么新疆只有1个视频？外国人可以进入新疆吗？喜欢和讨厌中国的地方，对中国印象最深刻的事情，中国人粗鲁吗？你收了中国政府多少钱？等方面来回答了网友的提问，并发表了对中国的看法。
中国像西方媒体描述的那么糟糕吗？
Then, is China as bad as described by the Western media? Is it a poor and backward country? And yeah, I think we talked about this before. China is really different in reality, how it is portrayed by the Western media. And I have seen no poverty, no homeless people. It is not a backward country. In fact, it's a very modern country. It's the most modern country I have ever been to, and I think you saw many examples for that in my videos. So once again, I can recommend go and visit China and see it with your own eyes. I think that China is probably getting more and more advanced, so I'm actually curious to see how China will be in like 5 to 10 years.
中国最令人惊讶的事情
Weeks in China and I haven't seen a single homeless person. I haven't seen trash anywhere. And yeah, I have been all around the country. Shanghai, Guangzhou, Beijing, Harbin, Xi'an, Urumqi, and then also Macau and Hong Kong. Take my country, for example, Germany. You only have to visit one single city in Germany, walk around the city center, and you will see plenty of homeless people. And I think that's the case in many Western countries.
中国人粗鲁吗？
No. And then let's be honest, don't you find people rude in China? To be honest, I have never experienced a situation where someone in China was rude towards me. So people in China seem to be very polite and also kind of reserved in public. Like for example, if you take the metro in China, like nobody is loud there, everyone is kind of quiet. So people, at least in public, are reserved. That's my impression.
你为什么只在新疆拍摄了1个视频？是不是发生了什么事情？
Xinjiang only have one video. Is something happened there? And actually I get these questions a lot still until today in the comment section of my Xinjiang video. Why only one video from there? So the reason is nothing happened there. But I went there a few days after Chinese New Year, and by the time I arrived there, it was still the Chinese New Year holiday period. So actually for the first 5 days I was there, everything was closed. Like I was even struggling to find restaurants to have dinner because every place around my hotel was literally shut down and closed, and the people at my hotel told me it is because of the Chinese New Year holidays. So when everything is closed, then it's really difficult to film there. So I actually waited 5 full days without actually even starting to film in Xinjiang. And then I had in total 1 week that I stayed there. The first 5 days I couldn't do anything, and then I filmed the one video that you saw was filmed over 2 days, and then on the 8th day I had to leave again because my visa was about to end. So that was the reason why there was only one video.
外国人能去新疆吗？
Many people in the comments were actually surprised that I am allowed to be in Xinjiang as a foreigner, and there was even one comment saying, oh, this video is the proof that you are paid by the Chinese government because foreigners are not allowed to travel to Xinjiang. So you being there is clearly a sign that you are invited by the Chinese government and being paid by them. But no, I can tell you, you don't need a special permit as a foreigner to enter Xinjiang. You don't need a permit at all. I literally just showed up at the airport and enter it. No special checkpoint or immigration check or anything. No special permit needed, nothing like that. You can just go there as a foreigner, no problem.
我最讨厌中国的地方。
And then what I hate most about China, convenient if you are a local, like everything is digital, you can pay everywhere with your phone, you at least need to be able to speak Chinese. I remember, for example, when I was in Beijing, and if you want to visit the tourist places in Beijing, you need to make reservations 1 day in advance. Chinese apps, and there's no English option on these apps. And then you have to pay via Alipay. So if you don't have Alipay, then you just can't buy the ticket.
我对中国的评价
Yeah, you probably know that especially the Western media around the world reports mainly negative about China. And if you saw my videos, then you maybe realized that the reality is many times different from what the Western media reports about China. That is not only regarding my Xinjiang experience, but also regarding my experiences all around China. I remember when I was in China for the first time last year, which was in Shanghai, I was literally blown away by how modern it is, how decent, how clean. And one of the reasons why I was so blown away was because I didn't expect that, because the Western media reports so negative about China, and then you go there, you see things with your own eyes, like how clean the cities are, how well organized everything is, how modern. Like I remember standing on the Bund in Shanghai, watching the skyline, especially in the evening. That was just super cool and impressive. To be honest, like I was kind of expecting that the reality in China is different from what I see in the media, because I just couldn't believe that China is that bad, you know. But then when you actually go there, it's just impressive. So I do have very good impressions of China now, and I can highly recommend anyone travel to China and see it with your own eyes.
中国政府付了我多少钱？
How much did the Chinese government pay me? How much did the CCP pay me? That I, as a regular tourist, go to China, have a good experience and just film it. The reality is, no, I am not paid by the Chinese government. They did not tell me what to film, where to film, what to say in the videos. In fact, I've never even... This is just ridiculous.
视频的第二部分，我们一起来看一下一位加拿大博主实拍美国洛杉矶贫民窟的视频。这里大量的流浪汉无家可归，垃圾遍地。一些国内的精神美国人和一些新移民往往对美国有不切实际的美好幻想。一个对美国最大的幻想就是美国的钱好赚，而且很耐花。这些幻想来自于哪里？很多自媒体难辞其咎。比如国内 B 站上很多在美国送外卖的视频，今天跑了8个小时，进账了大几万美元。这类内容非常具有误导性。美国做服务员送外卖这么赚钱了吗？轻松月入过万美金了吗？但是大家有没有想过，人都有报喜不报忧的心理，很有可能只是某一天的收入特别高才发到网上面，然后营造出每天都能赚这么多钱的假象，因为只有这样才会有流量。还有一类的视频内容就是在独栋的别墅车库前面停着奔驰宝马，配的文字是时间过得好快，转眼在美国2年了。网友看到这里不禁感叹哇，美利坚真的好，打拼2年就能过上这样的生活。那么来美国2年有没有可能过上这样的生活呢？答案是有，但是只是极少数有能力的人。说实话，如果你有能力，在国内也比较努力的话，混的绝对也不会差。而且这别墅到底是租的了还是买的呢，就不得而知了。美国的钱不像你想象的那么好赚，那么钱耐花吗？答案可能也是否定的。美国一个普通工人的时薪是 18.5 美元，一天工作8小时就是148美元，一周就是740美元，那么一个月是 4.3 周，一个月也就是能赚到3182美元。请注意这只是税前的工资，各种税至少要扣掉大概400-500美元，最终到手也就是2700多元，这才是收入。再来算算基本的支出，包括吃住要去掉1半，汽车的保养油耗差不多也要去掉400。如果再去掉各种零碎的支出你稍微放纵一点就成月光族了，根本存不下什么钱，更别奢望买别墅买豪车了。如果你是单身一人还好，一人吃饱全家不饿，如果是要养孩子，那真的是非常的困难。但是残酷的现实是在美国很多的人都是靠这样的收入来养家过日子。对美国的第二个幻想就是以为美国人都是天使，认为美国人普遍心地善良。我们就来谈论一下美国人到底是不是心地善良。我认为全世界人性别无二致，无论是什么种族，来自哪个国家，人性中都具有黑暗面，而且还不可量化。一个新移民初到美国会有一种感觉，就是路上的陌生人会和你主动的打招呼。你会发现美国人，尤其是白人特别的热情，而且是那种很自然的热情。于是你就慢慢的放下了防人之心的戒备，会被这种虚假的问候所感动。还有一个原因，可能是因为语言文化的隔阂，你还分辨不出来什么是美式假笑，你还不懂某些美国人在看你的时候那种意味深长的眼神。美国绝对不是天堂，也没有你想象的那么善良。 今天的视频先到这里，有什么想法可以在视频下面留言。